Namaste, everybody. So I'm filming this before work because I have some time left and I don't know what to do with it, and this was a highly requested video. So what I'm going to talk about today is how I went from being super skinny, like I was a size 0, to being a size 5 to a size 8 body. And how I did it, and what I was like before I was so skinny, and how I got to be so skinny, and I'm just going to go on from there. So, when I was a child, I was relatively chunky. Like, I was big in some areas. That was never really good for my self-esteem, so after some soul searching, I tried many different diets. As you know, I eventually went on like a 1,000-calorie diet where all I ate was like bad things, bad things I consider now. All I did was eat meat. That's all I did. Because you needed protein to fill you up. Diet book said. That was not good. And instead of losing weight, I ended up gaining weight, a little bit more weight, and then my hair fell out. Because I wasn't getting enough nutrients, and the funny thing is my weight mostly went to my stomach. Like, I was getting a bigger stomach, I couldn't digest food, I was constipated all the time. And then I had a spiritual epiphany, let's call it, and I converted to Hinduism. I turned a strict vegetarian, and then the weight just came off. Like, I was just thin. Not a bad thin, like I was still a healthy thin, but I was thin. And I'm going to show you that picture now. In this picture, I was running, I was wearing a pink sports bra, and I was wearing shorts. So I'm sorry if that offends you. It's not my most comfortable moment, but this is the only way I kind of know how to show you how thin I was. I was a 32A in my bra size. I was a 22-inch waist, and I was a 30 hip. It was just, an XX small is basically 0. And my boyfriend texted me. That's why he had the little notification in the corner. I'm trying to hurry this up so he doesn't get worried. So after, I was really thin, and my parents were like really worried, but I was like a healthy thin, like I said. Like, I wasn't like sick, I wasn't like lethargic, I was still active, and I was still healthy. But the thing is I've never, after being thin for a while, like everybody wants to be that super thin, I wanted to gain curves, because people kept calling me like 12 when I was really 14. They were, like, I was 16, I was still this size, I was trying to buy a new belly ring. And the woman wouldn't sell it to me because she thought I was 10. And that pushed me over the edge. Like, I wanted to be thick. Like, I wanted to have curves. And I was trying to figure out the best way to do it. And the best way that people online said to do it was just to gain weight, like just to eat a lot. So me, I was eating and eating and eating, but nothing was happening. But I want to clarify, all I was doing for exercising was running and dancing. Those are both cardio, so I was constantly like shedding off the pounds as I was putting in the calories. So then I go to college, and in college I had a lot of free time because I was a PSEO student. I couldn't take the full 15 credits of college work, so I had like 5 free hours a day on my hand, and I decided to go try weightlifting. Now, the thing about weightlifting is that you need to start out slow. Like, lift the heaviest you can and then just work your way up. Like, don't start right away with, like, deadlifting like 100 pounds or something like that. Don't hurt yourself. But that's how I started doing it. I started weightlifting. I started focusing a lot on my glutes, my thigh muscles, and my chest muscles. And I wasn't necessarily doing it at this point to be curvier. I just want a better toned and defined body. But I started liking the results because within a month of doing this, I saw my muscles getting bigger, and in turn, like, my chest was getting bigger, my butt was getting bigger, and I was like, yay, I'm actually getting curves. So I actually started to work out to get curves. Like, I was intentionally working out then to get curves. So then I went from a size 0 to a size 5 within about 7 months. And how I did this was when I was working out, I worked out 3 times a week. I would trick my muscles. For example, I wouldn't do lunges twice in 1 week. I would do one day would just be different variations of lunges. The next day I would do various versions of squats or like leg presses or like the Smith machine. The next day I would do like just glute isolation workouts. And on that day I would also do chest muscle. And every day of the week I would also do ab workouts just to make sure I kept this really small. And then I'm going to go all the way to what I ate. And this is going to cause a little bit of controversy because I did eat a strict vegetarian diet, and a lot of people say that, oh, you can't gain weight on a strict vegetarian diet. You can't get muscle on a strict vegetarian diet. And I'm going to say there's a lot of vegan bodybuilders who don't eat any animal products. Me, I am still a vegan, but I still occasionally eat honey by accident, and I once in a while eat milk by accident. The milk thing, though, messes me up, so I get kind of karma for that. But, for example, on a daily basis, I will wake up 7 or 8 o'clock, no later than 9. I will eat either a big bowl of like the protein cereal, like the cashew protein cereal, where it's like different types of wheat protein in there. It's like 10 grams of protein per a cup. And I have 2 cups of that, or I have 2 slices of toast with a lot of almond butter on it, and I'll have almond milk. For lunch, normally I eat a relatively big lunch and I eat a relatively big dinner. And I eat as much as until I feel full. I don't like cut my calories, I don't do this, I don't do that. So I guess I get about 60 grams of protein a day by eating just a strict vegetarian diet or a vegan diet, as some would say. I eat vegan protein bars sometimes. Most of the time I'd rather just have a big bowl of fruit. But yes, I did get my curves while I was on a vegan diet. I did gain weight on a vegan diet. I did gain muscle mass on a vegan diet. And I'm just going to quickly show you the differences of the 2 pictures. This is me now. As you can see, I don't really have thigh gap left. My butt's a lot bigger, and I have a very tiny waist. And so that is all. I hope that helps you girls, and I'm just going to end this now. So I hope everybody found this helpful. I hope even bodybuilders, males, found this helpful to know that they can gain muscle. And I don't really work on my arms that much, but as you can see, I still have a lot of muscle definition in my arms. So see you guys later.